Hey guys, ooh, back in the dark again. It is just crazy. It's only 6 o'clock and it's already so dark. Hate it. Okay, stats for today. I was down 2.9. Woohoo! 2.9, yup. So I'm down to 15.2 total released on VLCD 11, because I'm not counting the mini load day as a VLC day. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it, guys. I feel really good, and I feel like I'm not hungry anymore, which is awesome. I do definitely still crave stuff, but hey, I will take cravings over hunger any day. And I mean, I feel like everybody gets cravings on this diet, whether they care to admit it or not. I mean, once in a while. I'm not saying everybody gets cravings every day, but it just happens. So I kind of wanted to talk about something serious today, and I'm super, super tired. So excuse me if I start, like, I don't know, whatever I do, start rambling about stuff. But I did want to just talk about some things because I think it's a serious subject and it's important, and it might make some people mad, it might. And I was gonna vlog earlier and I decided to read the portion of pounds and inches again before I just spout off my mouth, and I did. And I just think that more people need to be pop. Like, cheating is one thing. I'm not saying that, you just need to never cheat, because that happens sometimes. I mean, you never should, but sometimes it happens. I'm saying, I don't really know where all this coconut oil or MCT oil or Faye came in, because I read pounds and inches like 3 times today and I didn't see any of that stuff. Actually, it says no oil whatsoever in the instructions, and I know that coconut oil is proven to release fat. I know that, and I know that some people don't have problems with their losses when they do this. That's great, but it's not following the protocol. And Dr. Simeons took these things out of the diet for a reason. He says in his manuscript that he had experimented with all different kinds of food. And, I love, love, love broccoli, and I wish I could eat it on protocol. And I used to, because I thought it was pop, because everybody ate it. But it's not allowed, and we don't know why. We can't say, oh, it's pretty much the same thing as asparagus, when the makeup, of it is pretty much the same exact thing. So I'm going to go ahead and eat broccoli. No, you can't. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to be mean. I used to think it was part of the protocol, because everybody makes it so much, and eats it. I love cauliflower. I love green beans. I love all this stuff. That's not allowed. And I think that so many people are doing this stuff. And then a huge concern of mine is that we're just confusing newbies. And, on one hand we're saying, chocolate delight is okay when it's not, I don't even think cocoa powder is okay on P2. It's just not allowed. It's not a spice. It has calories in it. It's chocolate. It's this. I think we have to get away from, okay, well, it doesn't affect my losses, so I'm going to keep doing it, because it's not protocol. And I'm guilty of all this stuff too. I'm just saying that I think we really need to get away from it and step away from these alternative things, because, even sugar-free creamer, it's like, that's, first of all, you're more than likely putting more than a tablespoon in. which is tablespoon of skim milk is all we, or is it whole milk? A tablespoon of whole milk, I think, is all we're supposed to get all day. You know, my personal belief, which this is, you know, he does say you can use saccharin, so my personal belief is we shouldn't be eating that disgusting crap that they put in sugar-free items. It's just gross. And, you know, I just feel like we're just getting further and further away from the original protocol. And this is not a diet. It's a protocol, and it's a hormone therapy. And there's a reason these things aren't allowed. And, you know, I've looked at some other protocols that, you know, have 800 calories. When I first started my first round, I bought one of those books, and I was on that, and I don't even remember the name of the person because I ditched it within like the first week because I realized it wasn't right. I found Weight Loss Apocalypse. I found Robin, and she just explains that anybody who gives you these protocols are basically full of crap. So ditched it right away. But during that time, I was eating green beans and broccoli and cauliflower and what else? Cantaloupe. You could have cantaloupe if you're on a stall. You could eat a half of a cantaloupe before bed. And then it was supposed to magically make you have a great loss. I did that once, and it did make me have a wonderful release. But it wasn't part of the protocol. And I kind of just feel like, I don't know. And I hate to go off on a soapbox here. You know, what I did a few days ago, the mini load, that's not protocol, you know, at all. And you know, I might be paying for it later during stabilization. You know, I might be paying for it now because my hormones are so messed up. I don't know. I don't know what the ramifications are of things that I do that are off protocol because they're not tested. You know, I don't know if Dr. Simeon's tested a mini load. I really don't know it. And I don't know if he might have tested something like a mini load because maybe in the beginning he gave people a cheat day every 7 days and he realized it didn't work. And, you know, I don't know what he did. He didn't really go into what research he did and what different things he tried. But I know that he gives me clear-cut directions, and everybody else on this protocol, he gives you clear-cut directions of what you can eat. And that's the inclusive list. He says that time after time. You know, there's that main list of stuff, and then if you grow sick of meat or have an aversion to meat because you're eating too much of it, once in a while, eggs. Once in a while, cottage cheese. And people are doing Faye every morning. You know, people are doing just weird things. I mean, I just saw this Lippmann's protocol the other day, and I'm like, what is this? It's just junk, and it's just not. I mean, I even like looked up his little like selling thing to buy his book, and it has like a little chart of the original protocol and his protocol put together, and half of his facts about the original protocol are false and wrong. And it's like, who even buys into this crap? You know, it's like, I mean, not if you're doing the Lippmann's protocol, I'm not judging you by any means. I'm just saying as far as his facts are obviously wrong if he's gonna put, you know. He says you could only be on injections for 23 days was the maximum. I can't remember the other one that I was like, what? So, yeah. I've kind of gotten irritated because so many people are just adding things in and saying it's okay because they have a great loss, or, you know, they're going to add a fat fast day because it helps them lose and they can still stabilize, you know. I just have gotten to get away from this is a diet and I have to focus on my losses because it's not a diet. It's a hormone therapy that is supposed to change your body's set point. And in order to do that, you need to follow it, you know, and I think that's the key in maintaining is following it to the T so that your body is creating that set point. And, you know, eventually you can, I wouldn't say you can eat whatever you want, because I have researched scientific things about food, and I just don't think you should eat certain things like sugar and, you know, flour and wheat, and I just don't think that it has any nutrition for your body, and it has no sense in being there. But if you are a healthy, conscious eater, I think that you can maintain it for the rest of your life if you follow the protocol and do what the hormone therapy is supposed to do. Let it work. Let it do its job. Do it to the T. That is I just wanted to talk about it because I really just feel that we're all kind of doing these weird things. And, you know, even, not even in P2, but P3 too, like, people are adding different things. I'm not sure, like the Carb Quick bread. Yeah, it's low carb, but it does have starches in it. If you look at the ingredients, one of the ingredients is potato starch. It's like that's not allowed on P3. You know, if you want to add that in a P4, I wouldn't recommend it, but that's your prerogative. I mean, that's fine. That's allowed in P4. But P3, it's not allowed, you know? And people are eating apples in P3. I'm sorry, no fruit is allowed except for berries, and a little amount of berries are allowed on P3. You know, read how much fruit is in, or how much sugar is in this fruit. You guys know I've talked about fructose before, and how I think it's basically just as bad as table sugar, and all I eat are berries now. But come on, people, it's in the book. And I'm not like yelling at everybody. I just get frustrated because it's like, if I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat, and I'm gonna, you know, say that's what I did. I'm not gonna put a label on it and say, oh, I ate chocolate delight, you know, it's part of my diet. No, I freaking cheated, and I didn't follow the protocol. Yeah, I might still have a great loss, but you know what? It's not a successful day in my mind. And I'm just kind of getting more mad about it as I'm talking, because I just think that it really confuses newbies, and it puts like a different name on cheating. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, MCT oil releases fat, so I'm gonna use that in my dressing, and you know, I would love to use that as my dressing. I love it. That's what I do in P3 all the time. And P3 is the time when you get to add all those healthy, wonderful fats that are so good for your body. I believe in them 100%. But P2 is not that time. This is the time where we're supposed to be burning our body fat for fuel, and every ounce of fat that you put into your diet affects that negatively. And I didn't mean to get really upset or really mad, and this is a long vlog because I just felt like I had to say some things, because I just wanted to say it. And I'm sorry if I offended anybody. That is definitely not my prerogative to offend people. It's just that I am just getting frustrated because I'm kind of tired. I'm at my sister's house. They always let the dogs out, like when I'm driving in the driveway, like always. I don't know how the timing always works this way, but I'm like scared I'm gonna run over them. Anyways, just to wrap up, I'm done, but I just wanted to let you guys know I love you all. I love the coconut oil users and the macadamia nut fast users. I just think that we should start shying away from them and stop calling them protocol. If you're gonna do these things, don't say you're pop. Don't say that you're following Dr. Simeon's original protocol, because you're not. That's all I'm saying. And I think each video like that should have a disclaimer on it. And I think I will go back and put disclaimers on my videos. So I love you guys. Have a good night, and I will check in tomorrow. Bye.